So we've just seen the release of the brand new TaylorMade Qi10 Driver lineup, and in this video we're going to put it up against the one it's replaced, the Stealth 2. So we're going to see if 2024 is better than 2023. So I have done a full review video of the new Qi10. You can go and check that out for more in-depth tech review of the three models that are available. In this video I'm going to use the standard model, so the Qi10 up against the Stealth 2. So this is a like-for-like comparison. I'm using Fujikura Ventus TR Velocore in a 6X, 41¼ inches in length, Golf Pride MCC mid-size +4 grip. Same shaft for both of these heads, both 9 degrees, set at 9 degrees. This is as equal as we are going to get it. So we're going to start hitting some with the Stealth 2. We're going to compare maybe the looks, the feel, and obviously the performance more importantly. So we're going to hit 3 with each and alternate it. And we're going to start off with the Stealth 2. Oh, that's a good strike. A little bit of that left-hand side. Very solid feel to that, as we know with the Stealth 2. So obviously they're very pronounced with the red face. You know, we saw that it was a bit of a different concept when Stealth came out. Stealth 2 then became a little bit more forgiving than original Stealth, and we are seeing now, or TaylorMade are claiming, that the Qi10 is more forgiving again. Oh, it's another good strike. Very similar line to that first one. Good strike as well. A little bit straighter ball flight, that one a little bit higher. Might just spin a touch more maybe on that particular flight, that little left to right shape. Yeah, okay, right, so let's switch over Qi10. I'll hit 3 with that. Just want to jump in quickly there. I appreciate everybody who's watching the videos, but up to 80% of my viewers who are watching are not subscribed to the channel. So I really appreciate it. Just take a couple of seconds, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell while you're there, and then you'll get a notification that any video that lands on my channel, you'll be one of the very first ones to watch it. Appreciate your support as always. Okay, so just before we jump into hitting some shots, let's do a little bit of comparison to just how these golf clubs look. So turning them over on looking at the sole of the golf club first. Obviously we see a lot of red, black with the Stealth 2. Weight positioned slightly into the heel towards the front of the driver, with that then weight central at the back. Something very similar that we see in Qi10. Again, the weight in the same position. We see speed pocket, again that weight in the back. A little bit of obviously different colour coding in terms of the bottom of the golf club, but still got all this carbon, and maybe looking like there's a little bit more carbon in the sole of the Qi10 against the Stealth 2. Then into that playing position, and for me this is where the biggest difference is between these two drivers in terms of a look. A much cleaner look in Qi10 against Stealth 2. Obviously we've got the red back sort of lipstick in Stealth 2, Stealth embossed sort of quite large in the heel but quite subtle, but obviously this red face against the black really stands out. And when you move it into Qi10, much more subtle now with a blue face, not red, now blue, and that just is a bit more subtle against the black, so it doesn't jump out as much. A little bit more alignment aid at the top, and we lose that edging around the whole golf club on its crown. This affinity crown now, 97% more carbon on the crown of the golf club, and for me gives it a better look, a cleaner look in there. Very subtle Qi10 logo on the back of the driver, and you don't really see the carbon shining through until you look really closely. On the look side of things, I think that's an improvement from TaylorMade. So same shaft in 9 degree, set at 9 degree. Let's go with Qi10. Oh, that's a cracker. It's a stunning ball flight. Very straight on that particular one. Launch at 11, yep, spin to 94. It's a little bit lower toe, but a very straight ball flight on that one. It wasn't quite as flushed as the first shot. Maybe that spin might just climb a tiny bit. Yeah, felt that a little bit lower in that face on the strike there, just losing a little bit of distance, just really through that spin number. But accuracy-wise, very, very straight. And that's the big talking point with the Qi10, is this moment of inertia. This is a higher moment of inertia against the Stealth 2, making it a little bit more forgiving on those miss hits, a little bit more resistance to twisting on those slight off-center hits. And again, that wasn't actually flush, to be fair. That's a little bit high toe, but again, the flight is pretty good. So shaft now back into the Stealth 2 head, another 3 shots. Oh, that's ripped. Okay, back into Qi10. And the final 3 shots with the Stealth 2. I think, to be honest, between the 2 drivers, they both feel very, very similar. I mentioned the looks, I think, are the biggest difference between these 2 drivers. Obviously, we've got some internal claims that TaylorMade are saying it as well. Sometimes really difficult to test that, isn't it? But in terms of the feel of the carbon face, feels very similar between the 2. Okay, we'll hit the last one with the Stealth 2 before we hit the final 3 with the Qi10, and then we'll look at a few numbers. That's a bit up that left. I think we've just maybe seen a bit of a pattern of more of a left shot, and to be honest, when I sit that down, and I don't know whether this is because of the red face, but to me it looks like there's more loft on the golf club because it's a brighter colour maybe, and it stands out a little bit more, but it also looks a little bit toed in against the Qi10, which for me sits a lot squarer. Okay, final 3 with Qi10. Oh, it's lovely. What a lovely ball flight. Just look to me a little bit more spin on that shot. Sometimes with that Qi there, it just sort of climbs a little bit, yeah. I mean, I've had a couple of high spinners, that felt a decent strike there, but has just sort of climbed a little bit. Okay, that's a lovely one to finish up on with the Qi10. Okay, let's go and check some numbers out. Stealth 2 versus Qi10. Okay, so I just obviously want to compare strike as well, because we know that can make a big influence in terms of how this ball sort of launches and spins, and obviously ball speed as well. So this is a heat patch on all 9 shots hit with the Stealth 2 driver. And then when I click that onto the 9 shots with the Qi10, you can see it's pretty much identical on that strike location. If we then look at the bird's eye view and side-on view of the ball flights, again, all these white ones is with Stealth 2. And then we look at where we are at Qi10, you can maybe see just a slightly higher profile on that ball flight with Qi10 against the Stealth 2. And then when we look at the averages there between the 2 drivers, see clubhead speed absolutely identical, same length shaft, everything, weight, etc. Ball speed wise, you can see 163.3 up against 162.6, so a tiny bit quicker on an average with the Qi10. And again, sometimes just subtle as a strike can just change that around, so pretty identical there. Launch touch higher spin, a fraction lower. There's not a lot between these 2 golf clubs, in all honesty. Obviously, there's a 4-yard difference of carry total there, and 3 yards, nearly 4 yards in terms of total distance, and that's just going to come through a little bit, that ball speed. Slight adjustment of that spin and launch is going to make the difference there. So, you know, if you put these into a robot, in terms of distance, they're going to be absolutely identical. The other column I've just added in there as well, which just to sort of see where that flight was, because obviously we saw a little bit more of a left flight with the Stealth 2 against the Qi10. So I wanted to check my delivery on the lie angle. So my dynamic lie was 52.4 degrees, 52.8, so pretty much identical with those 2 drivers. So really that more left bias shot with the Stealth 2 is probably coming from that slightly closed club face position at address. Post your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts between those 2 drivers. Is Qi10 on your radar to try for 2024? I'd love to hear your thoughts as always. Hopefully we'll catch up with you all very soon.